All right, the framework of right relationship or expectations. The framework for right relationship or expectations. And in healthy relationships, in interdependent partnerships, both parties in the relationship, or however many parties are involved, can look at the other partner and say, your expectations of me and this relationship are legitimate. In unhealthy relationship, again, only one partner is assuming the posture that my expectations are legitimate. That's not healthy, right? So, I mean, if you're in this type of relationship with a supervisor, so your supervisor is like this, they approach you and from the posture that your expectations of me are not legitimate, only my expectations are legitimate. I don't think that is a ticket for me to stop having expectations. It doesn't relieve me of my responsibility to expect things of that leader. This is kind of a big thing to say, but it's her problem, not mine, whether she doesn't legitimize my expectations. I think we have so much problem in leadership today, not so much from a failure in leadership, but a failure in followership, where followers failed to express to their leaders, here's our expectations of you. And just like you would hold us accountable for what you expect of us, it's part of our legitimate role to hold you accountable. That's healthy relationship. And if you're a leader, that doesn't threaten you. If you're a purposeful leader, that doesn't threaten you at all. So you got to know what's expected of you as an employee and as a leader. You got to know what's expected of you. You got to share your expectations with others. Again, I wouldn't give you a nickel for a leader that didn't tell her followers, here's what I expect of you, and here's when I expect it, how I expect it, when I'm going to measure, and hold those people accountable. You got to hold people accountable, but you also have to be open to accountability. And this is, by the way, a great team exercise. A great thing for your team, if you're leading a group of people, is just to sit down someday and just have this open conversation. Well, what is it we expect of each other? What do you need from me to do your job? What do you need from her to do your job? What do we need from each other to do our jobs? What are our expectations of each other? So this is the type of conversation that's really healthy in a team setting. And then I would tell you, once you know these expectations, make a promise to deliver. Make a promise to deliver. And any of you that have ever made a promise, you know that that's a different level of commitment. So when you make a promise to someone, the type of relationship you're entering into is what's called a covenant. And that is a strong, binding relationship with someone, where I look at you and I say, I promise to deliver on these expectations you have of me, right? And it should go both ways. Hopefully you can encourage those promises between each other.